What's up YouTube, I'm C.H.A.M.B.E.R of BATTLEBRAWLERproductions, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. Instead of creating an artistic piece, we're actually going to create something that can hold art with this giant monster comic storage shelf. Roll that awesome intro. Just got the frame done, and then that's going to be our base, and we need to add the height to it for the shelvings. Now, how many of these do we have to build? Okay, so we have to build 4 of those.
Hey.
Dress shoes. My boy. Dress boots! Alright, so we have the first frame down. We did mess it up and we took the screws out and we're redoing it and we're waiting for our drill to charge, so we're just adding the, doing all the cuts and gonna add all the bits, but we got the actual part that will work as our shelf done, and we're gonna do the structural support, we're gonna do the frame, and we're gonna do a secondary inner frame. So we're getting all those pieces cut and then we'll be able to screw it all in. And it's basically like Legos with no instructions and no clicking. And we're done, guys. This was a huge project that took not only a day to complete, the combined efforts of both me and my dad, but this thing cost us a whopping $180 to complete. That's between the wood and the screws we used. Luckily, we had all the tools, so that saved us some money. This thing is freaking huge, and I gotta give a huge shout out to the people at Trilogy Comics. They're not only my go-to comic shop, and they have a great friendly staff and amazing selection of items, but they were kind enough to actually give us the specs for their shelves that they built. We just made a few changes, changing up the scale, adding a few extra shelves, and an inner frame, making this thing super solid. Even an earthquake couldn't knock this thing down, but I'm gonna knock on wood. Yeah, I wanted to make that pun. This thing is about 7 feet tall, 2 feet wide, and 8 feet long, making it a huge beast of a project. This thing takes up a huge shelving space in my garage. However, it made a ton of room in my garage, so I'm not gonna complain. Even though this thing was specifically built to hold comic boxes, it can even hold non-comic book items, which is super nice. Another detail I actually really like is that we added these bike hooks here. They make it so we can hang up bikes and keep the floors even more open and clean, which I really appreciate. And seeing how I'm a huge fan of the Joe Kubert Institute of Cartoon and Graphic Arts, I actually want to mirror their visual library by having all this organized. I even do plan to go through the entire collection and fully alphabetized everything. Overall, I absolutely love how this project came out. It is probably one of my favorite things I've built that's not art related, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do we go too small, too big, or are you crazy enough to attempt this at home? I'm really curious. Subscribe to your channel for more art and animation based content, and remember, I'm C.H.A.M.B.E.R of BATTLEBRAWLERproductions. I draw with power, and I build with power and my own soul.